When a crazy parent went nuclear over my daughter's graduation gift. Chapter 1. My daughter Sophia crushed her SATs, so I rewarded her with the tech bundle I'd promised: new laptop, phone, and tablet. That evening, our parent group chat exploded with a message that made me do a double take. Rachel Morrison, who do you think you are showing off like that? Return those electronics right now. Buying such expensive gadgets for a teenager? Just because you have money doesn't mean you should flaunt it. I stared at my phone, confused. The profile picture showed it was from Melissa Carter, mother of my daughter's classmate. Ashley. I couldn't help but laugh as I typed back, none of your business. Melissa went ballistic. What kind of attitude is that? My daughter saw your Facebook posts and now she's demanding the same things. You need to return them immediately. Teaching kids to be materialistic at such a young age, what? Hoping she'll grow up to be a gold digger? I replied firmly, I promised my daughter these gifts before her exams. I'm not returning anything. Either you return them or I'm coming to your house right now. Melissa's rage spiraled in the group chat. It's people like you who corrupt our children with materialism. Next thing you know, she'll be chasing after rich men, selling herself to the highest bidder. Return everything or I'll be at your door. I shot back, are you insane? I can buy whatever I want for my daughter with my money. It's none of your concern. Immediately jumping from electronics to chasing men? Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. Try showing up at my house. I dare you. Melissa lost it completely, sending voice messages filled with profanity that would make a sailor blush. Other parents tried to calm her down. Come on, Melissa. The kids just finished their SATs. A reward is perfectly normal. We bought our kids gifts too. Exactly. After years of studying, they deserve to celebrate. What's wrong with a new phone? Sophia scored incredibly well. Her family's happy. Let them be. Seeing parents take my side only enraged Melissa more. She lashed out at everyone before tagging me, you just wait. Psycho. I ignored her but found my daughter to ask, how's your relationship with Ashley Carter? Have you met her mother before? Sophia immediately tensed up. Mom, did you hear something? Ashley's really pitiful. Last time she just talked to a male classmate at the school gate for 2 minutes, and her mom screamed at him so badly he transferred schools. Mom, why are you asking about her? I shook my head. Nothing serious. Her mother's jealous about your gifts and demanded I return them. But don't worry about it. I patted Sophia's shoulder and checked my phone. The teacher had muted everyone in the chat. Finally, some peace. After dinner, I was about to take a walk with Sophia when we heard shouting outside. Bitch. Come out here, you little bitch. What, too scared to face me now? The pounding on our door echoed through the house. Come out. Face me, you coward. You were so tough online, where's that energy now? I froze, and Sophia cowered behind me. Mom, who is that? Through the peephole, I saw a face twisted with rage, screaming at our door, get out here. Come out. I rolled up my sleeves, grabbed an umbrella from the stand, and yanked the door open. She stumbled forward from the momentum, falling flat on her face. Well, who's barking at my door like a rabid dog? Melissa scrambled up, face flushed with anger. You little bitch, return those electronics. She pointed at Sophia, hurling insults. I couldn't take it anymore. I struck her hand with the umbrella, making her yelp in pain. Stop your shrieking. Sophia, go inside and call 911. Tell them a lunatic broke into our home. Melissa exploded, I'm not crazy. I'm Ashley Carter's mother, and you will return those items. I gestured for Sophia to go inside, then said firmly, no. Ha. The last person who crossed me, I had them transfer schools. Don't think I can't deal with you just because graduation's over. Chapter 2. Melissa's face was full of malice. I finally understood why that parent had their child transfer schools. Better to avoid this lunatic than engage. This type of person clearly had a few screws loose. I held the umbrella defensively, get out, or when the police arrive, you'll be in serious trouble. Melissa raised her voice, you trashy mother with your trashy daughter. Who knows where your money comes from? The police should investigate your finances. No decent family spends tens of thousands on electronics for a teenager. Your money must be dirty, it needs investigating. Then she actually sat down in my foyer, crossing her legs defiantly. Her audacity was astounding. How could someone be this shameless? Fine, you want to play? I'll make you famous. I pulled out my phone and started recording. Everyone, look at this specimen. This crazy woman came to my house demanding I return my daughter's graduation gifts because she can't afford them and won't let me buy them either. Melissa panicked. What are you doing? Live streaming you. Making you internet famous. Soon you'll be a viral sensation and can make money as an influencer, then you won't need to be jealous of me. Melissa lunged for my phone. I dodged, striking her hands with the umbrella. She screamed, trying again, but I kept her at bay. You hit me. You broke into my home trying to rob me. This is self-defense. I could beat you to death and it would be justified. Melissa's face went pale, but she had no comeback. That's when the police arrived. Melissa immediately played victim. Officers, arrest her. I suspect she's involved in illegal activities. The officers frowned while I rolled my eyes, showing them our chat history. This woman is mentally unstable. She trespassed and tried to steal my phone. We have security cameras. Melissa panicked at the mention of cameras. What? You have cameras? You scheming bitch. I knew you were shady. The police reviewed my income statements, the receipts for my daughter's gifts, and the security footage of Melissa's harassment. They were speechless. Ma'am, parents rewarding their children is their choice. It's none of your business. Besides, demanding someone return items when you're not even the seller? That's completely unreasonable. Melissa jumped up furiously. You're taking her side because she's rich and pretty and lives in a nice house. What about children's mental health? Don't the police care about that? I couldn't help but laugh. The officers were equally exasperated, warning her again, if you continue this disorderly conduct, we'll arrest you. She threw herself on the ground, having a full tantrum, even pushing one of the officers. The officer warned, don't touch me. No physical contact. Melissa grew more aggressive, so what if I push you? Arrest me if you dare. After 3 warnings ignored and continued aggressive behavior, the officers cuffed her. I followed to give my statement. As I left, I could still hear Melissa screaming from the holding cell, you bitch, return those items. When I get out, I'll destroy you. I scoffed. Idiot. Without a psychiatric evaluation to prove mental illness, she'd be detained. Combined with assaulting an officer, that meant 10 days minimum. Outside the station, I saw a thin, frightened girl. Ashley Carter. Chapter 3. The girl was painfully thin, hunched over. As if trying to disappear. When she saw the police, terror filled her eyes. Remembering what Sophia had told me about her situation, I sighed deeply. Ashley approached me hesitantly. Mrs. Morrison, I'm sorry. I want to apologize for my mother. She bowed deeply. I quickly helped her up. It's okay. Your mother's actions aren't your fault. Please, Mrs. Morrison, forgive her. If she gets out and finds out I came here, she won't let me off easy. Sweetie, it's not about forgiveness. She assaulted a police officer. Ashley's face crumpled, tears threatening to fall. Looking at the raging woman inside and then at this broken child. I shook my head. After leaving the station, I went straight home. Sophia threw herself into my arms. Mom, I was so scared. Maybe we should just return everything. Return nothing. This isn't your fault. We're not dealing with her anymore. If she comes again, I'll handle her again. Hearing my determination, Sophia nodded and went to her room. I called my husband Marcus, who was away on business. When he heard about Melissa's behavior, he suggested we take a trip. That woman's clearly unstable. Once she latches on, it's nothing but trouble. Take a vacation until school starts. It made sense, so I booked a 2-week cruise for Sophia. And me. We were gone for 2 weeks. The day we returned, Marcus was also back from his trip. Our family of 3 reunited at the airport and headed home together. As we approached our house, I saw a familiar figure. Seeing me, she charged over and grabbed me. What did you say to my daughter? Tell me. What poison did you put in her head? She's going to college up north. I was stunned, then it clicked. I kicked her away. Are you insane? What college your daughter chooses has nothing to do with me. She fell but glared at me with venom. It's all your fault. While I was detained, she submitted her applications. I checked with her counselor. Your daughter's going to Northwestern too. Why? Give me back my daughter. Some unknown strength possessed her as she scrambled up to attack me. Marcus kicked her down. She lay there clutching her stomach, wailing. I immediately called 911. Melissa, with a mother as crazy as you, anyone would want to flee. If I were your daughter, I'd go abroad and never come back. My words triggered her completely. If my daughter doesn't come back, I'll never let you go. You better watch your daughter 24/7, or you'll be planning her funeral. I couldn't take it anymore. I slapped her 3 times across the face. Threaten me again and I'll rip your mouth off. Melissa cowered. Her face swollen, eyes full of hatred. I didn't care. When the police arrived, Melissa immediately played victim. Help. This bitch assaulted me. She was the victim now. I explained calmly, her daughter chose a northern college. She's blaming us for influencing her. What does that have to do with us? We were on vacation for 2 weeks. She just got out of detention and came straight here to harass us. I explained the whole situation. The officers looked at her with exhaustion. Ma'am, your daughter's college choice isn't this family's responsibility. How is it not? She influenced her. I have proof. Chapter 4. When she said she had evidence, I was curious. Melissa pulled out her phone triumphantly. These are screenshots I found. Her daughter convinced mine to apply to northern schools. Look. I leaned in to see the conversation. Which colleges are you considering, Sophia? My scores qualify for Ivy League. Probably Harvard. After a pause, the response came, that's amazing. I'm so jealous you can go to schools up north. That was it. Sophia hadn't said anything else, just sent a smiley emoji. I'd warned Sophia to keep her distance from Ashley given her mother's behavior. They'd stayed in touch privately, but looking at the messages, they hadn't said much. The officers were bewildered. This doesn't prove anything. There's no coercion here. Why can she apply there but my daughter can't? When my daughter saw her choice, she wanted the same. It's so far away if not her influence, then whose? I laughed coldly. My daughter qualified for top universities. Those happen to be in northern cities. Your daughter's scores were average at best. She chose to apply there anyway. Have you considered why? She wants to get away from you, you psycho. Officers, this is harassment, right? Can we press charges? The officer nodded, addressing Melissa seriously. Think about your daughter. A criminal record will affect her future employment and graduate school applications. Melissa immediately backed down and left sullenly. I thought it was over, but then Melissa started live streaming, twisting the truth completely. When another parent texted me about it, I clicked into her stream to see her swollen face on camera, wailing, "My baby, come home. Don't let others manipulate you. Mommy loves you more than anyone. Rachel Morrison, Sophia Morrison, what are your intentions? Give me back my daughter." The chat was going wild. What kind of person is this? The other kid scored 1,500 plus on SATs, this one barely broke 1,000, pushing her toward community colleges. Someone dox this mother and daughter, find out where they work. Get real, top students go to top schools. Just because you want to go doesn't mean you qualify. Why didn't you intervene during applications? I watched for a moment, then requested to join the stream. Melissa didn't expect me to appear. She didn't recognize my username and accepted. When she saw my face, she panicked. Melissa, want to have this out publicly? You've harassed my family multiple times, got detained for 10 days, and you're not mentioning that. Why were you detained? Tell everyone. Melissa panicked and ended the stream immediately. I wasn't done. I posted all our chat records online, letting everyone see what kind of lunatic Melissa really was. Melissa broke down and called me. Rachel Morrison, you're trying to destroy me. Delete it now. My daughter's being cyberbullied. If anything happens to her, I'll never forgive you. I replied calmly, Melissa, you destroyed your own daughter. As soon as I finished speaking, I heard screaming through the phone. My heart jumped at it was Ashley's voice. At the same time, Sophia ran out with her phone. Mom, Ashley's threatening suicide. I immediately rushed out. Chapter 5. Sophia and I arrived at Ashley's home to find the door wide open but no one inside. I didn't want to enter, but Sophia had already rushed in. Seeing their living situation, I was stunned. This was technically a home. It had doors and windows. But besides a refrigerator, there were no other appliances. The entire place felt suffocatingly lifeless. Ashley's room had bars on the windows, making it dark and oppressive even in daylight. Her bed was a simple military cot with blankets folded into perfect corners. Beside it stood a desk surrounded by test papers stacked as tall as a person. Looking at this, I couldn't help but feel sympathy. 3 years of high school were exhausting me. Daughter had gone through the same. The walls were covered with motivational quotes, all expressing Ashley's dreams for the future. After a quick glance, I sighed, her mother's control is suffocating. Mom, look. They're on the roof. I immediately rushed up to find police and firefighters already there. Melissa was on her knees begging, Ashley, baby, please come down. Don't jump. Mommy's sorry, I won't pressure you anymore, okay? I gasped. Ashley sat on the ledge in her school uniform. 6 floors UPA fall would be fatal. Ashley, please don't do this. Hearing my voice, Melissa whipped around. Seeing me, she flew into a rage. You bitch. Why? Are you here? This is all your fault. She charged at Sophia, but I caught her wrist and flung her aside. Are you insane? Your daughter's about to jump and you still won't stop. Melissa broke down. What do you mean drove her? I've devoted 3 years to her, rain or shine, giving her the best. How did I drive her to this? Yes, you fed her well, but your refrigerator is full of nothing but sandwiches. That saves time. Melissa was unrepentant. What's wrong with sandwiches? They have protein and vegetables, perfectly balanced, and save time. Don't you know time is everything for seniors? She ate them without getting malnourished. But her bed, you run this place like a military barracks. Making her fold blankets into perfect squares. Melissa scoffed, so what? If she can't handle basic life skills, how will she survive on her own? Unlike you, raising a delicate princess who only knows how to rely on men. Gold digger. I laughed at her absurdity. You keep calling people gold diggers. Just because your marriage failed doesn't mean you should blame everyone else. Besides, Ashley is your daughter. You don't even know what her dreams are. You forced her to study, drove her to self-harm, and now attempted suicide. Her passion is art, didn't you know? Melissa's eyes bulged. What do you know? Art programs are expensive, and she has no talent. Then how did she win awards? I pulled out a certificate I'd found in the study. This is from Ashley's school art competition. First place. I've seen her work, bold colors, incredible creativity. She's a genuinely talented artist. I'll admit Melissa had a point about art students from poor families facing limited opportunities. But talent shouldn't be suppressed. Yet Melissa had systematically crushed her daughter's gifts. Chapter 6. Mommy only wanted what's best for you. Art school would have destroyed your future. Melissa was still screaming when Ashley suddenly spoke from the ledge, her voice carrying clearly despite the distance. What future? The future where I become another version of you? Bitter, angry, driving everyone away? The firefighters inched closer with their safety equipment while a negotiator tried to keep Ashley talking. I'm tired, Mom. So tired of sandwiches every day. Tired of folding my blankets perfectly. Tired of being your project instead of your daughter. But honey, You threw away my art supplies. Burned my portfolio. Called me worthless for wanting something different than your plan. Each word was another blow to Melissa, who crumpled further. With each accusation, I noticed the negotiator giving hand signals. They were almost ready. Ashley, I called out, your art teacher submitted your work to several schools. You got into our ISD with a partial scholarship. Did you know that? For the first time, Ashley turned slightly, hope flickering in her eyes. Really? Really? She brought the letter to our house, thinking you'd moved. It's in my car. That moment of distraction was all the firefighters needed. They pulled her to safety as she broke down sobbing. Melissa rushed forward but Ashley recoiled. Don't touch me. This is all your fault. I'm your mother. Everything I did was for you. No, everything you did was for yourself. You couldn't control Dad, so you controlled me instead. The truth hung heavy in the air. Ashley was sedated and taken to the hospital for psychiatric evaluation. Melissa tried to follow but was blocked by police. Ma'am, your daughter is being placed on a 72-hour hold. After that, given the circumstances, Child Protective Services will be involved. You can't take her. She's mine. She's 18, ma'am. Legally an adult. And given your behavior. They didn't need to finish. The security footage from the roof, witness statements, and Ashley's condition painted a clear picture. Chapter 7. Ashley was released to her father's custody 3 days later. Brian Carter had remarried and lived 2 hours away, but he immediately drove down when the hospital called. Melissa went completely off the rails. She stalked Brian's home, called his work, and even showed up at his new wife's job screaming about home wreckers and child stealers. The restraining order came swift and harsh: no contact with Ashley, Brian, or his family. 500 feet minimum distance. That's when she redirected all her fury at us. The doorbell camera captured it all, Melissa at 3 a.m., spray painting child thief across our garage door. At Sophia's orientation day, Melissa somehow got past security screaming that we'd stolen her baby. She created dozens of social media accounts to harass us, each one more unhinged than the last. Marcus had enough. We hired a lawyer and pursued criminal charges. Stalking, harassment, vandalism, cyberbullying. The list was extensive. The trial was swift. Melissa, representing herself, ranted about conspiracies and stolen children until the judge threatened contempt charges. 3 years in prison. The courtroom was silent as they led her away, still screaming about getting her daughter back. Chapter 8. I thought that would be the end, but a month later, Sophia called from college with shocking news. Mom, I ran into Ashley today. She's auditing art classes even though she's officially pre-med. Pre-med? I thought she got into art school? She did, but... Mom, you need to know something. Delete all the Carter's contacts. Block them everywhere. What happened? Remember when this all started? When her mom first attacked you about the electronics? She said Ashley demanded the same things, but I never told her. She saw your Facebook post and screenshot it herself, then sent it to her mom. She knew exactly how her mother would react. Every incident she orchestrated, all of it. She wanted her mom arrested so she could escape. She used us as weapons against her own mother. The blood drained from my face as I remembered every incident. Ashley approaching me at the police station. The suicide attempt with firefighters conveniently ready. Her father appearing at exactly the right moment. The suicide attempt. Fake. She took theater classes online. She knew exactly where to sit so the safety gear could reach her. She played everyone: police, firefighters, social workers, us. She's exactly like her mother, just smarter. Cold, calculating, manipulative. She destroyed her own mother to get what she wanted. I thought about Melissa, sitting in prison, driven to madness by her own daughter's machinations. Ashley had studied her mother's triggers for 18 years. She knew exactly which buttons to push, how to escalate situations. How to make Melissa look increasingly unhinged. She'd turned us into unwitting accomplices in her mother's destruction. She told me she's changing her name, going into psychiatry. Says she wants to help people like her mother. Mom, the way she smiled when she said it. I shuddered. We'd been played by a teenager who destroyed her own mother with surgical precision. I immediately changed our phone numbers, made our social media private, and warned Marcus. We'd narrowly escaped being collateral damage in a war between two disturbed individuals. Melissa was a nightmare, but Ashley was something far worse. A nightmare who could smile sweetly while twisting the knife. Epilogue. 2 years later, I received a letter forwarded from our old address. No return label, but I recognized the handwriting. Mrs. Morrison. By now you know the truth. I'm not sorry. She made me into this, and I simply used the tools she gave me. You were good people caught in our war. For what it's worth, I never meant you any real harm. You were just convenient. My mother gets out next year. She'll come for you again, it's all she talks about, apparently. Consider this a warning from one monster about another. Some of us are born broken. Others are made that way. I'm still figuring out which I am. I burned the letter and installed better security systems. Marcus wanted to move, but I refused to let them drive us from our home. Sophia graduated with honors, went to law school, met a wonderful man. We attended their wedding last spring, a beautiful ceremony with no drama, no manipulation, just joy. Sometimes I think about that summer when a simple graduation gift sparked such chaos. How a mother's toxic love created a daughter even more dangerous than herself. Ashley Carter became Dr. Ashley Williams, a respected psychiatrist specializing in parental abuse cases. The irony isn't lost on me. Melissa was released early for good behavior but violated her restraining order within days. She's serving 5 years now, her letters to Ashley returned unopened. 2 broken people who broke each other further, leaving destruction in their wake. But we survived. We're stronger for it. And Sophia, beautiful, kind, accomplished Sophia, she learned the most valuable lesson of all. Some people are simply better loved from a distance. And some shouldn't be loved at all. The end.